Yo, Gagey, how you doing? How you doing? How does you go? How does you do? The good the malice, I think they look like red onions. Hey, what's up, Robert G? They do kind of look like red onions. This is that dyed maple that I got from Echo Woodcrafts. And it's just fascinating that it's through and through. It's you know through the whole thing. Because I cut all of this out of the same block. And these little buggers. Beep. So yeah, I gotta make earrings out of these. A necklace out of this one. Maybe like that. And yeah. And then I gotta finish boxes for them. I gotta make boxes for those. Hey there, hope you're having a great day, says Bryce. Bryce, I'm having a wonderful day. I hope you are having the same. Thank you. Gage said, wish you had enough for a real one, a big. Yeah, absolutely. I've been saying that nonstop since I got this wood. Like, I wish I had something big enough. In fact, I've been researching a little bit today, not a lot, but a little bit. So I'm going to try to figure out how to do the process myself and see if I can make a full size, because maple's not super hard to come by here, but this maple is hard to come by here, you know. So I'm going to try to find some. So also today, speaking of, I got some maple. But definitely not big enough to make a mallet out of. But figured I'd make maybe a dovetail box for my next, you know, for like my next set of boxes for the things, you know. So, I'll tell you a secret. I have never made a dovetail box in my life. Gagey said that wood for a knife would also be amazing. Do you mean something like this, my friend? Is that what you mean? This is also on our list of things to do today. Resharpen this blade. And also, see how loose that is? We got to figure out some way to get that to drop in. This was amazing. I did this on a live, and I got a couple of shorts building this thing. I built the whole thing on a couple of lives, and the sheath for it as well. Only, see that little tip right there? Cut through. It was very thin material right there, and this tip of this knife used to sort of go straight instead of the downward, just a little bit I've done to it since, which doesn't make it poke. But now I got to figure out how to fix that little bump. Like I can knock it down, but I'm never gonna get that texture back. So I have to put something there. It's at least attractive enough to be there. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, we did that. Same stuff. This is a dyed maple. But this was the biggest piece I had, so I definitely knew I was going to use it for that. But yeah. But two things I want to do with this maple is one, make a gift box for these to sit in snug as a set, and two, practice some stupid dovetails, because I do not look forward to it. But I also have to put another coat. Remember I put like 3 coats of epoxy on this? I guess I need some more, because it's just not holding consistently for the suction cup vise that I want and need right here all the time. So we got all that stuff to do. Thanks, Dave. Put some felt or silk like a rag. That's a fantastic idea. I have to think through how to do that. But that is the idea, I think. That's a great idea. See what a freaking great chat I got. People show up and know shit. I just pull up and know stuff. And then they teach it to me, and then I get to look like the guy that knows stuff. It's amazing. It's like having a bunch of rich friends, you know what I'm saying? Girls can't tell that you're the broke one. Like you're all hopping out of a Lamborghini. Sure, yeah. I'll put that there. That didn't work. Let's put this on our list of things to do. I can't believe there's not a mallet within arm's reach. Oh, I'm wrong. Did I hit my box? Oh no, I didn't. Woo. Anyway, best mallet in the world. Getting a little loosey-goosey itself. I think I need to put some epoxy in that, let it set up. Interesting thing about this one, when I made it, I made the tip like the head of this, so it would flare up and out and kind of lock onto the opening. But I made the opening a little bigger so I could squeeze it down in there and get it through. But now, since the wood is shrank, you can hear it's not completely seated. I think I might put a wedge right there. That might be a quick and dirty thing to do. Go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'm gonna let it be fairly fat up top. Of course, it's only gonna go as far as it can go. Oh, that's good. Gagey says, go to your local hardware store and buy U-nails or regular wedges if you prefer. Are you kidding me? I need a wedge, yeah. Even as a carpenter, I hardly ever buy wedges. I mean, I'll have them, but I make my own wedges more often than not. Or do you mean like a metal wedge? Do I ever get wood pieces in my eye, J-Raw? Yes. But I renovate houses all day and then I come home and do this, so yes. Yeah, metal wedges. Maybe. Maybe I should make some. Or maybe next time I should send pins through here. I think that could be cool. I wonder if I could make metal wedges. I mean, we're making knives. Now, that's out of cherry, and that cherry is, I think, 2 layers, a little less than 1 layer of this is enough. So we might make another knife just to use this maple for it. Maybe we'll figure out how to dye it. Not dye it, D-I-E-T, but dye it, D-Y-E, space, I-T. And the second thing, if I had any daggone sense in my bald head, I wouldn't be doing this on top of this surface that I'm complaining about not being dead flat and smooth. So I'm going to take this off so that it's not currently a working surface, but this is a specifically purpose-built thing to hold a vice. Sorry, I'm having to turn a F-clamp under, which means upside down, and so it was backwards. So anyway, it took a minute. We'll move this off here. First, smack it. I just show you something wild from all of that sanding we were doing yesterday on those mallets. Look at all that purple dust we got. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, my friend. Oh snap, I done missed some of the chat. Clothing dye diluted with alcohol. That's homemade with Ron. Trying to do that right now. Homemade with Ron is amazing. That dude is amazing. Amazing. Um, yeah, I am fascinated by people with like a high level skill set in something. Like I can watch that and just watch the details get done all day. It's fascinating to me. And I'm also from the US, so accents outside of our own are also somewhat fascinating. Put that over there. Because where I'm from, I don't have an accent. Shameful. Speaking of you watching, thanks for watching my live, Wes. Oh, no problem, man. It was a great time over there, buddy. That bowl was outstanding. Did you say that was your first time carving a bowl? It was outstanding. You're doing a fantastic job. Great idea. Carve your name into your wooden knife handle and pour the dust into it. Bam! Me and you, Gage. Me and you. Get me. You get me. Now I gotta find a container for my dust, Oh my God. Look. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, that had some parts from a sink vessel. It's so funny. I'm looking for dust, and I was like, it'd be funny if there was a little white baggie over there. Bam! Okay, sorry, y'all. I get distracted. Yes, Gage, your brother's from another mother. When you gonna get that lathe going, West? Oh, in due time, my friend, in due time. I am I have a relatively short attention span. I don't know if you've noticed that. But I do. So lathe work in my brain registers more serious than a lot of the other things that I do. Um, I work with power tools and such my whole career, but um, like I have clients who are DIYers, and I never let them snake their own drains with the big industrial snake because it's a spinning machine. Spinning machines are dangerous. And I'm one of those guys that when, do you see my boat? Um, yeah, purple powder. So I'm one of those guys that doesn't want to have the problem the first time once I'm aware of it. So when I bought my boat, my first boat, like 3 years ago or something like that, I built flotation on the side of it to make it like 2, 3 times more buoyant. Um, because I did not want to topple over. Everybody said, "Well, you got to go stand on the edge so you can get used to the fall point and you'll know what it will and won't do." I'm like, I'm not gonna fall off my boat ever. So my boat, I could stand on the edge, like the rim of the boat, anywhere on the boat, and no problem. Because I want to avoid them kind of problems. I watched William Shoup get hit with that bowl the other day. That bowl was like that big and it exploded. Like wham, gave him a gut shot. Holy moly. Dude. Never. I don't want that to ever happen to me. Ever. So I'm going to do tons of research and I'm going to keep watching tons of channels on that, on turning. And then I'm going to go ahead and build that lathe setup out proper. And then I'm going to give it a go when I've got like all the confidence, right? If I were to go over there and turn that thing on right now, if it had multiple speeds, I don't even know if it does. If it did, I wouldn't know what to set it on. I wouldn't know what tool for what, you know? So I just got a lot more research to do before I get into that thing. Because it looks like a very serious thing to me. And, you know, being in construction, I've definitely seen my share of accidents. Usually you smell the white, not the purple powder. That was completely avoidable, though. What'd you say, Robert G? Let me see. I don't want to miss you. Oh, well, that was completely avoidable, though. That's kind of my point, right? I don't know why it was avoidable, and I don't yet know how to avoid it. So before I, you know, hospitalize myself down here in the basement, I'm gonna make sure I'm not, because my wife ain't gonna be down here to pick me up off the floor, you know? She's gonna be up there sleeping or watching something loud enough to not to drown out the saws I got going down here. So I gotta be careful. Come on, little wedgie. I love that little woman of mine, but a firefighter she is not. She is not gonna get me up those stairs. I'd be out there trying to figure out how to get the gurney between all them trucks outside. All right, we got skinny. That's all we needed. You knew it was cracked and cranked up the speed. Holy smokes. Well, I guess you don't have to learn that one twice. I don't want to learn it once. Well, it's a good thing little Heidi wasn't standing in front of that ball. Good Lord. All right. Let's see if this is gonna work. Maybe I should put some glizzle up in this business. Wonder if I should have just split it down the middle and pushed that back out some more. But maybe that glue bond is already strong, tight enough. If I do that, I might do more damage than good. But I definitely got a little space behind it to wedge in. Yep, I know danger when I see it. Danger! Danger! Feels good to me. That's what she said. Where's the ugly handle saw? We got to do that too. How'd they get behind me? What happened, Gagey? I missed it. I saw a guy in a mid car with a rebar through his foot into his pelvis. Holy smokes. Oh, oh, oh. Yes. Caught that one, did you, Dave? Listen, I've been in construction for since college, so let's say now for 33 years. I have seen, and I started off as a roofer. I was a roofer for maybe 5 years. I've seen some awful things. And you got to take that safety seriously, man. People don't get hurt at first. People get hurt when they get comfortable, start experimenting, or just believe because they've touched the thing 1,000 times that it's safe now. Not the case. That one's done. That's one thing down today. Let's get these little critters off. I love that I've made the storage spaces on the side of my tabletop here. I still haven't seen another wood shop with a desk like this. Like attached to the bench and mobile. And exchangeable. I can interchange this. There's a smaller version of this I've made. And I think I gotta do one specifically for the rotary tool stuff. And listen, I'm gonna ask y'all a question because I know some of y'all in here know. I've got that rotary tool from the freight. And, you know, it's good enough. It's good enough. But it did burn up inside of 2 months, and I don't use it every day. So I'm wondering, a more hardy version, like probably something with that wand and then that little cable or something like that. Does anybody have a recommendation for kind of a, maybe a heavier duty should be the word. Because I don't dislike that one. For the money, it's fantastic. It really is for the money. Just put my files away. And I wonder, yes, I wonder, still I wonder. I'm gonna clean this first. If I can knock off anything that feels like it shouldn't be there. I will say that it does get a little aggravated sometimes when you grab your chisel and it's got bunch of shavings stuck to it. Metal shavings, because these get magnetized by the magnet that sometimes holds them while they're here at this table. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, but I'm informing you that if you follow in my lead, therein lies the perils. Get off. I've got some epoxy over here somewhere. I hope. Yeah. I may run out and get some more of this if I do any knife building today. But if I'm doing mallet stuff, I'm going to use wood glue. Whatever that is, it doesn't want to come off. So, I can break down rappers for discussing the rough shit. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to Alright, what are these recommendations? Let's see. Yeah, Dremel kind of tool. Oh, yeah. The bathroom went great. I got it all in. I was able to get the sink in, get the old sink out, get everything that I didn't need still on that job loaded to the truck. Got my trash to the landfill. Fantastic. Right, Gagey, I was trying to figure out what type of rotary tool if anybody had a recommendation or one that they use that's got a little bit more horsies in it than the one I've currently got. Because I don't think it's a bad tool for the price, but I think I need a better, a little stronger device. So I've already burnt through that one in under 2 months. And I got another one. I got no problem with the return policy, but you know. Got all that out of there. Maybe I should have thought about how I was gonna spread that before I poured it. Oh, I hate epoxy on my fingers. Throw some heat on it. Hey, Arami, how you doing? Rubens, how you doing? Every Milwaukee tool I've had has been amazing, says. I agree with that, sir. I do. I've had quite a bit of Milwaukee's things. Uh, but I started with a certain brand of um, cordless, and I tell you what, it becomes so expensive to switch brands. But I gotta agree with you. That might be a good way to go. Drill bit sanders or a small rotary sander? Uh, Big carving sanders. I guess relatively large. California, William. Yeah. So now we just gotta wait for this to dry up a little bit. We'll put a light sand on it, and then we'll set it aside. See if we might set it aside anyway, just to get it out of the way. Start working on something else. What else we got? That was just a thing on the list of things. Sit there. I do want to manage resharpen these knives. That's the thing, I gotta practice more. See? Oh, I just threw that on the ground. Didn't mean to do that. So I'm gonna resharpen these, polish them up. And I'm trying to talk Calvin at Dad's workshop into giving me one of those deer pelts to make a knife sheath. I think that would be awesome. So there's that. So first things first, how am I going to sharpen them? Because I got to clean them too. They're filthy. I'm just clean them with some WD-40. And that ought to do the trick. And then I'll go to some real sharpening on these. WD-40. Oh, are you kidding me? I hate when that happens. Come on, come on. You're gonna work. You're gonna work. I have faith. I'm gonna. Yeah. All you need to do. If I throw this can, it's gonna spray like a rocket across the room. And I've wasted all that WD-40. It's always backups. There's always backups. I wonder if I got anything. Charlotte, Rob was on your live earlier, but you were too engrossed to see me. I was only there to say hello. I was on a break. That bowl's coming out now. Yes, Charlotte. That bowl was coming out amazing. He was just silently just plugging away at it. That looks amazing. I'm still a little too intimidated to try bow. I do rather love the patina I got on this thing, so I'm not really after that, but I am going to be working on this part of the blade, both sides. I want that WD kind of soaking in there. And once our epoxy hardens, then we can put our vise to it. But in the meantime, I might throw the sandpaper on it. I'm that kind of guy. And then just work my way down. Well, I guess up in grit. All the way up to our 8,000 grit, and then our 0.05 micron diamond stuff. Diamond stuff. Jennifer, I do too. Hey, Paul Clark, how you doing today, man? What am I making? Eventually, I'm gonna get around to a dovetail box. I think I want to make today, but I've got a bunch of little projects that I gotta finish up, and a couple of things that I want to clean up, like these knives. I really want to get accustomed to I'm carrying one of these two every day, and I'm using them frequently because I want to know how functional what I'm doing is. I want to know how, you know, this is table saw blade steel. You know what I mean? So, so I don't quite know yet. I do really like this knife. I like really both of these. I like this one for what it's for a first knife. You know what I mean? But as the experiment of knife making goes, that was tops, and that thing is super sharp. But you know, if you make anything three times, by the time you get to the third one, you've learned something else. You've had another idea. You're thinking more. You just have a broader mind about it. And generally speaking, you end up with something better. In this case, that's true. In this case, I think my knives progressively got better. So I'm excited to do more. But if I carry them every day, I'll know what could be better or what should be better, maybe. You know. I look forward to seeing the finished result. Great knives there, Wes. Thank you. Some of my shorts, mate. Shorts. Ah, gotcha. Go and check it out. Now listen, people. While I got you in here, it is holiday season. And that is for the creators and the people that are in these communities hanging out with the creators. A nice way to help your creators, the ones that rely on YouTube, buy memberships or do donations. It does help them. I'm saying that like I'm above it. It does help us. But I'm not saying this primarily for me. I'm saying whatever your favorite channel is, go buy some subscriptions. Last month, I bought 100. My goal was 100 subscriptions that I would buy for various channels, for various people who really have good content that I think could use the bump. If you can do it, you should do that too. Because I've also been gifted memberships and I've been excited every single time. And I've renewed every single time. So it's worth it. So do that for them. And speaking of Christmas and gifts and stuff, we are going to do a giveaway for those purple mallet earrings and pendant. And this is intended to be ladies' jewelry, but you know, rock out, fellas, if that's how you want to do it. I shan't discriminate. But like always, you go on any of my shorts, any of my videos and say, I want those earrings, and you're entered into the contest. Can't do it in the chat because in the chat I can't come back to it and see it. But if you do it on another video or short or something, I will see it. And I'll put you in. That's it. Including the shorts of the earrings. All right. Oh, boom, boom, boom. No barking from the dog, no smog. Mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't pig out. Oh, Charlotte. Charlotte gets it. That was an awesome song, Ron. Ice Cube, today was a good day. All right, real quick, but I got a little splash of something somewhere I don't want it to be, so I gotta get it out. So give me 2 seconds. Always have water in your shop. Clean hands. Perfect. We're back at it like Craftmatics. Back mathematics. What's that? Oh, take a step that is new. Come meet that grace that brings your face. Three's company too. Yeah. No, what are we talking about? I said the hip hop to the hippity hops. Don't stop. Hey, Caleb. Yes, sir. How are you? I am back at it again. I am so back at it. I got so much stuff to finish up, man. I gotta get to it. So I got my hands wet and then had to put gloves back on. They're probably, frankly, just too small in the first place. Sophia, my singing is terrible. But you're listening through loving ears, so maybe on that side of the loving ears. You'll see that laughter is all again, laughter is calling for you. Pelado, how you doing, my friend? I'm over here like Spider-Man with the webbed fingers, because these wet fingers won't go down these gloves. All right, good enough. Good enough, Woodchuck. Not you, Caleb. Let's start sharpening these. This one's all right for the most part. So I think we're gonna wet stone them Woodstone 'em. Woodstone 'em, Woodstone 'em, Woodstone 'em. Woodstones, Woodstones, Woodstones. Ugh. All right. Let's put him. Let's start off with the 400 grit. We're going to do this in the fashion that I've recently acquired. Now, I'll tell you what. In the Uber Turber community, there are many voices. And people get up in arms about what they know. All I know is that if you only know one way to do a thing, you don't know anything yet. I've never seen anything that there was only one way to. Nothing. There's always variables. Always. There's always reasons. People have their own particulars too. I judge things by their effectiveness. For me. Period. But what you will find here, there's a whole bunch of people in the chat who will share with you various ways to do lots of things. So feel free to ask questions. I was originally introduced to sharpening my pocket knife by a brick mason when I was opening up bags of sand and concrete, quickcrete, and dulling my knife every 5 minutes. He's like, just get a brick. He just that was it. And it will sharpen your knife. And then we got to decide what our definition of a sharp knife is. What exactly would you like for it to cut? How long? How often? If you really want to get into it, at what temperature? It's not the people who are trying to figure stuff out you got to worry about. It's the ones that are sure they know it all. It's the ones that are certain. This is 400 grit. I'm not doing a great job on this edge. See how like you can see that little sliver down here where it's a little bit shinier, but on the edge I don't quite have that as strong on this side. It's not as consistent. This way it is. So I'm guessing me doing that motion is probably a more efficient motion for me because that's the way I was doing this one. So I'm going to flip it and do just this side this way for a bit. Make sure I can comfortably do it without having to clear anything with my arms along the way. Because ideally you want all this other stuff to be stationary. I'm doing most of this movement with my core. That's getting a little better, for sure. I'm going to keep going, though. Looks like you're doing well for most of it, but not rotating the knife enough for the tip. Okay, let's do that. Let's keep that rotation in mind. Would that be more of an effective way to do that? Awesome. Front edge of the blade is missing it, mate. All right, let me get that. Feel that. Definitely have seen dudes on job sites boast about I've been doing this for XX years. Janky and slow. We did not get along. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, take care, Caleb, man. Thanks for hanging out. Solid advice. I've definitely straightened some of my personal knives learning. Real stuff, Sideshow. Thing is, it seems that the conventional wisdom Yeah, Ron, you're right about that. Is it Rob? Rob? I'm sorry, Rob. Tip of that blade. Now, conventional wisdom says that if there's 400 grit, you should be sharp already. You should be sharp from 400. And then you're just getting sort of sharper after that. So the goal is to make sure that you do the work here. And then you move on. Whew, push my block. That felt good. The stones. Gadzooks. Wasn't too bad. Let's bump it up to the 1,000 grit and see if we are worthy. I'm gonna flatten that one too. It's been sitting on the bottom of that tank. It's good, says Collado. Thank you. God says yes. Whew. Look at this, man. Like, that's awesome. Now, say I'm in my garage exactly this way with exactly what I have, right? How long would it have taken me to figure out on my own what was going wrong there? I got zero friends in my immediate area to come by and correct my knife sharpening techniques. Telling you, this is why I love the Ubis Tubis. But I've learned it's the people who say, oh, I hate such and such, or I can't stand doing this thing, or I can't, you know. Those are usually the people that haven't learned to do it very well. Because when you do something well, whether you wanted to do the task or not, there is some satisfaction in having done it well. I would imagine. I mean, I don't do much well, but you know, I am here. 1,000 grit, once again. Seems like this way, in this direction, you can feel your bevel a little better. You can feel your angle little better than if you were sweeping away in this fashion. Because I've done it this way for months. So much so that I have to concentrate to hold my technique because it still feels there's still muscle memory adjustments to make. We're going to move on to the 3,000 grit stones. See how it does. And again, these are the Amazon basics. And these work great for me. Getting a little debris on that thing. You know I don't like no debris. How's that go? Let's do that again. $8,000 grit. 8. I wish I had a horn. 1,000 grit. I find it easier to start from the base of the blade, like this Desert is doing. You should be turning the end, not in the middle. You're turning way too much. Uh-oh. Let us see. Sure I got clearance. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. elbow room for that. But I'm not mad at that. I do feel like I'm holding that edge. Came off a little early there. I can see that. I can see that. Good to know. Good to know. Two things. All right, let's see. We can get some stropping done. Get some of that good old stropping compound. Where did I have it though? I think it's a regular spot. It's just a bunch of other stuff in there with it. I gotta reorganize this drawer. There we are. Strap. Let's go right here. Let's go right here. Put some of this strap up on it. Strap up on it. Come on in. This side of the strap. It's bugging me. That's why I like stropping. Don't you like stropping for that reason? Cat don't matter no. That's what we say when we're kids. Cat don't matter no. Now, we will begin. I got my good old EDC cutting lace emulsion, 0.5 microns. let us see. Is the butter has made through. Oh man, I don't see any paper. Let's see, is this old already cut up paper? We're gonna try it and see. That's a sharp knife. So we're good on that. We're good on that. Now, we do need something to make this a little, a little more catchy. Don't know what I can do without that fabric. I definitely don't have any fabric here today. But something silky would be nice. But while I got this out, I'm gonna go ahead and put another coat. This will be probably number 5 on this knife handle. And then once it starts to hold its sheen, then I'll do some sort of lacquer or something on it. And then we got to make the earrings, and the necklace too here in a few after we get done sharpening these. Every time I do this for this thing, it just makes me ghost bump a little bit. Well, I like it. While strapping, you go backwards with no force. Also turn. West headed straight against your nail. Drag if it's thick, tough if you drag. Smooth if it's sharp. Dull, not full. Is that linseed? Yes, this is boiled linseed oil. Okay. So we're gonna let that soak up and sit for a schmack. And then we'll check our all right. Let's work up this little baby. Same thing, we're gonna start with the 400. Why boiled? It's a single step process. I mean, to be honest, that's it. I hear it's pretty nice. It was safe. You do have to dispose of whatever cloth you use. Um, in a way that if it catches on fire, it'd be okay. That's the easiest way I know how to say it. So I put all my old rags in the fireplace when I leave the workshop. They go straight to the fireplace. But it gives a beautiful finish. It came recommended from a lot of folks who know and trust. So I gave it a shot, and it proved to be. Put this one back in the water. Again, this is one of them I carry every day. Oh, no problem. No problem, Rob. It's something that needs to be heard. Doug, I was going downtown. Oh, she heard. Sure, all alone. No one to be with. On the D train for 200. So pretty girl. So I sat beside her. Then she went, rawr. She was funny as tiger. I said, oh no, it's been a mistake. Honey, my name's Slick Rick, not Frosty Flake. Oh, golly Wally, she was raising hell. I said, my name is Maggie, but call me Michelle. Michelle, my bells someday come so Slick Rick is gonna rock the house, know what I'm saying? And when I'm on the mic, there won't be no delay. And bust a move, we shall improve. For your Doug, do the Ricky sound on the groove. So, oh, this is 1,000 grit right here. It's got some junk on it. Let's knock that junk off right quick. So junk removal system. Also provided by the good folks at Amazon, who want you to keep your knives sharp. Come on now. Sponsorship. Pull up on your boy. They're gonna be like, Your technique is horrible. Cease and desist. Mm. Putting a little chip in the corner of my stone. I don't like that. I know I did it, but I don't like it. That's the one thigh, yeah. We're gonna soak it again. Get whatever whatnots are there off. Hit it again. Do I like Tamala Motown West? I don't know that I know who that is. Gotta go for a bit. See you next time. Okay, take it easy, man. Thanks for hanging out with us, Pilato. Tell Mrs. Pilato hello. That was our 1,000 grit stone. And now we're gonna move on to the 3,000. Fantastic. Northern Soul. I can't say I've heard of her. If it's a person, um, sorry. Billy, hi. And I think we're going to call that it for those whetstones on that knife. Onto the strip. I think we got enough compound. That didn't go smoothly. All right. Let's see if we are sharp. Sure looks sharp. Like when that light hits it just so, you're like, oh. All right. Let's see if it'll freaking cut something. Well, it did that. I'm running out of pages. Just gonna have to trust me. Okay, this is pretty good edge. For a homemade knife, I guess. I guess it's either sharp or it's not, you know what I'm saying? So that was good. Let's see what y'all up to in the chat right quick. Compound. Yes, Dave, that's a leather strap. Have I tried using auto sold? I have no idea what that is. Zero idea what that is. None. But I did notice it's a polishing compound. Nice. I'll look into it. For now, I'm gonna scram and scoot and maybe skabobble, but I'm not sure. But I gotta go check on dinner, put that together, and feel like an early dinner. Catch up with y'all after that. We'll do this other stuff I promised. That is should be dry enough that we can sand it down and then fasten our vise with the arm on it. And then we make sand this whole desk off. It's getting gross over here. But until then, hope y'all have a good time. Enjoy your day. Thanks for hanging out with us and doing cool stuff. It's like I'm really getting to play at my own house and I got my friends over. It's pretty nice. So thanks for that. Nikki New, hey, oh, I feel bad that I'm leaving now. Ugh. I feel bad that I'm leaving now. But I am going to leave now. But I will be back. I haven't done anything exciting today yet. But we're gonna get our earrings. Where they at? Where did I? Cause I'll be putting stuff places, man. And then I'm like, it'd be like may not be a good place. I genuinely do not know where I put those earrings at to dry. I thought it was back here, but I don't see them back yet. It's so bizarre. Did I put something else over them? Like if I were thinking and I was like, hey, I want to protect them, where would I put them? How about I didn't knock them on the floor somewhere? But either way, I guess I'll find them then eventually. And next time you see me, I'll have an answer. So I'm gonna grab something to eat, and I will see you later. Thanks everybody for. Oh no, I don't worry too much about much of anything. It's not in my nature anymore. I used to be a chronic worrier. I fixed it. So y'all have a great time. Oh man, everybody's showing up again. Like, well, I had a lot of great people in here already. But look, it's just getting thicker in here. I'm gonna come back and check y'all out. Y'all come back and check me out when you see the thing light up on your thing. Hit the like so the YouTubers will let you know that I'm here when I'm back here. And thanks for hanging out. We'll talk more next time. Peace.